One of the best smells is fresh picked basil. I've got just a little basil plant outside, and we are going to make a pesto. Now, is my pesto the besto? It's pretty good-o. So why don't you hang out and find out when Johnny Wolfpack makes basil pesto. So here's how easy this is. I'm gonna put 2 cloves of garlic in my food processor. Then I'm gonna take all of this fresh basil that I just picked from our little basil plant right back here. I call him the little basil plant that could, because he's just one plant, but my gosh, he produces some good basil. So I got 2 cups of basil leaves. I took the stems off. Then I got some pine nuts. Now I roasted mine. I like to roast them. Roasting's pretty easy. You just have to get 2 tablespoons of pine nuts, and I put them in a little cast iron pan over medium heat until they got a little bit brownish, right? You don't want to burn them, but I like to toast mine. Just gives it a little extra. It allows those oils to release. So when you're making your pesto, it just gives it another depth of flavor. So I'm going to put my lid on here. I also have half a cup of olive oil, and what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this guy on. It's going to be loud, so I'm going to turn it on, then I'm going to drizzle the basil in as it starts to, drizzle the olive oil into the basil as it starts to go. So here we go. Just kind of chopping it up right now. I like to pulse a little bit so it gets all the leaves going. See how it's kind of crunched everything together already? Now I'm going to turn it on and drizzle. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit at a time. Slowly. I can lift it up even higher so I look like a real chef, right? I'm gonna go half a cup in there. Half a cup is gonna make it a perfect consistency. Let that run for just a second. Now what I'm gonna do is take this off. I'm gonna take some Parmesan cheese in a grater, and I'm just gonna grate that right in there. I'm gonna grate about a half a cup in there. You can do a little more if you want, a little less, that's fine, it's up to you. I like to go about a half a cup in mine. That seems to work just fine. Now, basil is great on top of pasta, right? But it's also good like on avocado toast in the morning with some fresh tomatoes. You can make basil avocado toast in the morning with fresh tomatoes. That's always really good, but there's nothing like a good fresh basil on pasta. And this will keep for, 4 or 5 days in the fridge, just like this in a little piece of Tupperware. So I'm gonna turn that back on, let that blend in. Now let's take a taste. All right, let's taste this guy here. It's missing something though. You know what it's missing? A little bit of lemon zest. Just a little bit. I don't want to make it taste like lemons. I like to put a little lemon in there. Pepper. And our good friend, salt. And we're going to turn this back on and give it another taste. So you can see how vibrant that is, and that green from the basil. I'm gonna take a little bit of, oh yeah. That is gonna be so good on pasta. And it goes, a little bit goes a long way. That little bit right there, probably for a family of 4 right there, because it goes a long way, because it's so, pungent's not the right word, it's so flavorful and aromatic. It really takes that pasta to another level. So look, you got some basil leaves outside in your garden, make you a quick pesto. Look, it didn't take Johnny Wolfpack very long to do this, so shouldn't take you long either. So, hey, until next time, Johnny Wolfpack signing off. Have a good one.